Hi, my name is Travis. I've got a 2010 CRV. This is an EX model. I'm going to change the O2 sensor. This is the downstream sensor because my check engine light's on and I've already replaced the gas cap and that wasn't it. And now it's saying it's either the O2 sensor or the catalytic converter. So I'm going to change this out. Hopefully it'll work out. If not, I'll show you a video on how to change a catalytic converter. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unhook the battery. Just loosen those bolts, and then you just yank them off, pull them out of the way. That's going to disconnect the battery. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things. Here's the O2 sensor. It really just fits in there, screws in, and then this piece connects to another piece in there. You'll see it. This is really going to be the hardest part of it. There's two parts that will be tricky. This one sometimes is a little bit difficult trying to get it out. Just really interesting placement for it. And this guy gets, you actually, if you heat the engine for a little while before you try to unscrew this, and it comes out a lot easier. So I'll probably start the car for about 5 minutes before I try to take that out. And then you're going to need one of these guys, and this is a socket that goes right on the O2. It's made for it, and see, it's because of this wire. It'll fit in there, and that way you can still unscrew it. I also will sometimes use a breaker bar or some even leverage because it can be a little bit difficult and tricky to get out. But I'll show you where that's located in just a minute. You can see we are going right into the inside of the engine, and you can see that piece right there. This is it. See? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're taking that out, and then you should be able to see what it's connected to. And I'll be right back. I'm going to get some tools. Alright, I'm in the car, and this is that piece I was talking about. Now, you're going to push down on this piece, and it's also going to release from this metal piece right in here. And you're just going to try to separate it. Okay, so that came off of the metal piece, and then I'm try to bring my hand down here. And, oh, I told you the placement is a little tricky. Okay. Alright, so I got that piece undone, and then we're going to unscrew the piece that goes to the catalytic converter. So just a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, I got a simple trick that I do in a situation like this where the bolt's going to be really, really tight. I always start to think to myself that maybe I'm going the wrong direction, that I'm tightening it instead of loosening it. So what I always do is I go get a screw and a nut, and I just kind of put it over to it to remind myself what direction I'm going in. Obviously here, I'm going this direction, so to loosen it. So that's just one of the tricks I do, just thought I'd let you know. I'm going to try to get this out, and I'll show you what I'm doing in just a second. Hey, okay, so I'm on the part where I'm going to take the O2 sensor right off of the catalytic converter itself. So this is that piece I was telling you about. I'm going to use an extension, a breaker bar, and something my dad taught me, because this thing is definitely tough to get off. First of all, I told you might want to heat the engine a little bit, because that definitely works. It needs to be heated. And then this is actually a piece to an old bed frame, and I slip it in there, and that gives me that extra leverage I need that I can pull on, and it's going to pop right out because of that. So I'm going to do that. It's really hard to film that section, so just know that's what I'm doing. I'm going to unscrew that, and then thanks. Okay, so that came out. The next thing you're going to do is just reconnect this section, then hook that up, and then connect your battery. It's just the reverse order of what we did to take everything out, and your car should start right up. So hopefully that was helpful for you, and I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please choose like, and if this doesn't work and you still need to replace your catalytic converter, then you can go to my other video and watch how to do that. Thanks again.